Hello, good evening. Happy Sunday. I'm hoping you're all fine out there, logging in slowly to winding up the whole week with a busy weekend, such a lovely Sunday. And yes, even us, as you can see, it's very warm here, and summer has started, the grids have started, and life goes on. And so is AWE. The AWE event is coming up soon, and that's why we are here. It's all about AWE and what we've done. And as you can see at the background, I have Wambui Njau. Some of you who don't know who Wambui is, she's going to introduce herself. For the AWE members, I'm sure you know how Wambui. She's a co-founder of African Women in Europe, and we are very grateful to be here to be with her today here live. She's very busy this year. She's actually studying really hard. She'll tell you about it. And it's about the AWE book. AWE book is coming up very soon, and today we are focusing on AWE. I want to recognize some of you who have joined us. Thank you so much, Hilda, for joining us. I can see you've joined us. I can see also some few people there. I acknowledge you and welcome to listening to the show. And today is about the AWE book. So let me go straight ahead and introduce Wambui Njau, who is the co-founder of African Women in Europe, based in UK. And let's welcome Wambui. I know it has been a very busy day for you, like all of us. Introduce yourself, let people know who you are and what part of AWE you are and your situation and what you do. Yes, go ahead.
Hello, good evening, viewers. Yes, it's Wambui here, Wambui Njau, the co-founder of African Women in Europe. Thank you, Joy. I can see you've been doing some amazing work with live recording on the upcoming AWE event. So yes, AWE, I joined 2008 with Joy, and I think seeing the kind of work that she was doing, I felt inspired and I wanted to be part of it. As many of you know, I love traveling. To me, in Europe, I needed to see more of what Europe offers. So I worked hard, I encouraged, I supported African Women in Europe, I supported Joy, and hence becoming a co-founder. So yes, I've had a very busy week. The whole of this year, which is our 10th anniversary. So I haven't been as much as active as I would have wanted to because as Joy said, I'm studying. Yes, I'm studying because knowledge is good, knowledge is power. So yes, so I look forward to the event on the 30th of June, Joy. You have no idea. However busy I am, I'm still looking forward to going out there and join so many women
You
in
know what?
Europe.
That's true. Well, boy, I am really astonished how much you do. You're just not only a studying, you're a mother, you're working. I mean, you always have energy for something. This is something I really appreciate. And whenever Awe we have, she's always there, despite what, she's always there. And I remember when one boy joined Awe initially, and she was really active, marketing Awe about what it's about, and all about empowering each other. As much as she empowers us, we were always able to network and reach out to more people and get to know also platforms that we never knew before. So Wambui, tell us more a little bit. I know it's about our book today, but people really need to know what are your projects? What do you do exactly?
What do I do? Wow. So yes, apart from being the co-founder of African Women in Europe, I have my own foundation. I support girls and boys in Kenya and here in UK, especially the visually impaired and totally blind. I have, what I do is I provide them with facilities to be able to study. I also have sponsors who help me in funding them in their college, their universities. And also at the moment, I've got 4 that I'm financing through the foundation. I've actually got a boy who is doing electronic engineering. I've got 2 girls at Graffin's College, and I've got Jennifer, who is totally blind, became blind at the age of 10, that I've also been able to provide her with a laptop to be able to use that has a software called JAWS. So she can talk, she can listen. It's got a Braille keyboard. And I'm hoping to build and get more involved with giving back in Kenya and here in UK. In UK, I'm a volunteer with a Heart's Vision Loss. It's a job I do enjoy. One thing I found out about the blind people especially is the fact that they're entirely depending on the people around them. And I do get a lot of joy out of that. So in addition to that, I have a Keama, which what we call a women get together. We raise money, we invest in Kenya, we buy land, so that these women can own their own pieces of land without having to get loans and put yourself into debt. So we just do it slowly, slowly. We raise money, and then at the end of the year or in 2 years' time, we just go and buy pieces of land, and then we divide it, and then everybody has their own title deed. So I'm very proud of that project that I've been working on. But mostly now, my aim is the foundation. I think it's time for me to give more, and I feel I've got a lot of potential to do that, and motivating others, the young, the youth. So I'm working more as a motivational speaker as well to the youth. And obviously, as you know, I work in IT. I'm a big fan of engineering and technology. So I've also been going to secondary schools, girls' schools, and I talk to them about science. I talk to them about IT, because it's so important that we raise the gender. There's a big imbalance between the females and males in these two very male-dominated industries. So I have taken upon myself to go to secondary schools, girls' schools, and talk to them about science and talk to them about technology. That the fact that more girls do so well, A-level students, especially here in UK, and I'm sure other parts of Europe, we get such high marks in science and maths, technical subjects, but then we don't get into these roles that are lacking. We need to be more visible. So, yes, so just a few of the things that I do, and I
Yes,
do enjoy. I'm a very energetic person. My mom always says, "Wambui, if you see Wambui sleeping, she's not well." So she does worry if I'm not doing anything. And actually, I'm very much like my mother. She's a very energetic woman. So I've got her genes.
I second her, because I've never seen you not doing any project, and you're always out there empowering others, not just what you do. You go to other events and women who are doing great work and acknowledgement. All our members can confirm this because they've seen how Wambui has been working. So let me give you a short acknowledge. Some of you who have joined us. I can see Liz Adam has joined us. Moses Mzungu, welcome. Micha, welcome. Charity Chisora, welcome. I can see Samuel Ndongo have joined. Thank you. Clara, I can see you're giving me lots of hearts. Thank you for joining us. Steve, Peter, and all of you there. Phoebe, Zaita, welcome for joining us. It's all about the AWE book today. Before I go there, let me give you a brief information. What is this about? Who we are. My name is Joy Zenz. I'm the founder of African Women in Europe, and our organization is about empowering, mobilizing, informing, and building a networking platform for women to exchange ideas, motivate each other throughout Europe, and as well as the global at large. So we are really focusing on women here in Europe at the moment, and also not only women. And we are actually celebrating the 10th anniversary. And the 10th anniversary is a day not to really forget, because we have achieved so much the last 10 years. And we'll be celebrating. And on 30th of June, it will be the day that we'll be celebrating in Amsterdam. So 30th of June, if some of you have not heard about it, go to our website, www.africanwomenineurope.eu, and you're going to find all information about the event. You can be a guest, and how to book your ticket is also online. We're using Eventbrite, and we are receiving very good feedback from so many people. And thank you for all our sponsors making this big day of the 10th anniversary a success. And I'm going to acknowledge all of you much later. But on top of that, the 10th anniversary is not just coming like that. We have an AWE book. This book is a must-read book. We've just received the final draft, and it's already been printed. And I'm sure this book we're gonna go places, and also I'm sure that's why you're logging in today to know what is the book about. What is AWE book? especially the AWE. For some of you who don't know what is AWE, it means African Women in Europe. And Wambui, you have been background of all this all along, because it's about the women, where we have started from and what we have acknowledged. I've mentioned a little bit about the AWE book, but the AWE book, as I told you, just to make sure that we are in the same picture, it's about the stories of the women. These are true stories that are written by the women themselves, and they are talking about the experiences here in Europe, what they've gone through, and the book is a celebration of empowered African women living, working, or running businesses in Europe. It showcases the immense togetherness and strength of African women in Europe, shared with women in their homeland, Africa. It's written by African women who are making a difference in the diaspora and their home countries. It covers the exchange of ideas, share experiences, and empowering each other. It is the brainchild of the founder, me, and also the other women, and also an acknowledgement of the 10th anniversary to top it up, to make sure these stories, when we write them, that people are able to share it one by. So normally, if I tell my story, one person, it maybe go only 2 to 3 people, but giving a story and putting it in writing, and this goes all over the universe, put it that way, because this is a book that will be read throughout. So just to keep you informed, that's the AWE book, what it is about. Wambui, you have been working on this book. It has been such a long journey. We started all the way from September. Now we are almost in July, almost a year, organizing this book and everything else. Maybe tell us about the writers. Tell us what you think about who are the writers, and what the collection of, what's the feeling on you according to the book. Give us a little bit information from your side as well.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's the most exciting project that we have launched in 2018 for our 10th anniversary. I'm so excited. You know, I was reading the draft of some of these women, and I just realized how powerful their stories are. I mean, we've got women here who have got stories to tell. You know, when you look at someone walking, when you look at a woman inspiring and motivating, you really don't know their story. But now that AWE book has been launched and has approached some of these women and said, please tell us your story, you read the stories and you think, wow, it's inspiring. It's inspiring their journeys, from some of them even from childhood. So you've got motivational speakers in this book. You've got medical specialists in this book. You've also got human rights activists, and they're fighting for your rights as an African person living in Europe, but also they also understand what is going on in Africa. So they're actually, this particular writer, she's writing for both continents, Europe and Africa. Her story is powerful. Most of these women here are just amazing, and I cannot wait for the book to be published, Joy. You have no idea how I want to read the rest of this, and just to hear people's view. But it is one thing that has become the most important for many that want to tell their stories, but they have not had the opportunity. African Women in Europe book has given them the opportunity. It's almost like a therapy. You have this now book, and you know what? The book is so diverse. The women are from all over Africa. We've got
Yeah,
women from Malawi. We've got
yeah,
women from Botswana. We've got
yeah.
women from South Africa. We've got Kenya. We've got Nigeria. So it is a diverse book. It is not about the founders are from Kenya, but it is about all other African women. And when they're talking about they're starting their childhood, their culture, and where their journeys, and where they are in Europe, how they adapted in Europe. You've got to read the book. It's the most important thing that I'm actually looking forward to on
Yes.
30th of June.
It's a book. I mean, maybe you might think we're really overdoing this, because it's
We're
a book
not.
that you want to send over. But I had the book and I could not stop reading, from one chapter, because these are really short stories,
Yeah.
and not a big book, a very normal size book. We have around 230 pages. So the story, to read different stories, it's really book. We cannot really you will not put that book down until it's
No.
finished. I guarantee you, and I've tested it with some few people to see what they did, because before we sent it for publish, but the book was finished within hours. How cool is that? I mean, and you can't stop it. And the stories are really moving, and they're true stories written by people. And and they offer these books for AWE to be the person to publish. This is such an honor, as well as an organization, to be trusted with these stories. So you people out there, we are looking forward for you to reading. We'll be sending out feedbacks. We want to know what you think about the book, your views. It's very important, because actually, that's the first volume 1. So we have volume 2, and actually we have already 10 people volunteered. We're already having to queue. We have a waiting list, and we don't mind, because all these stories, when we sell the book, it will be sold in a very fair price, because the idea was to cover the cost. So it will be in a very reasonable price for people who can afford everywhere. And this means from that money that you buy the book, we'll be ready to publish the next book. So that's how we manage. And we have to say we were very, very lucky to have sponsors, because to fund us to be able to publish this book. So this book was a very long journey, and we are really happy that we have money to go to that step. And it will be such a great. So Wambui, tell us, you organize it for the launch. So how will it be? Give us the mood about the launch. Some of the people don't know about the. We are launching it.
Even before I go to the launch, I'm thinking about our book cover. Isn't it exciting? Our book cover is the most exciting part of our book as well. We have been sponsored a beautiful piece of artwork by our very own Dr. Vivian Timothy. So Vivian is a known artist in Germany. She has exhibited her work all over Europe. And I really, really pray she's going to come to London and exhibit some more of her work. She's amazing. So the cover we are going to see actually is from our very own African woman in Europe, an amazing artist. So we thank Vivian so much for sponsoring the book cover. It is beautiful, beautiful. The book is high quality, hard copy, and we are going to be publishing a book that is of very high quality. But the book cover from Dr. Vivian was like the icing on the cake. That was just beautiful. True. So thank you very much, Vivian, for that cover.
Yes.
Right, the launch. Now, what we are planning to do is that we're going to ask all the authors to come in front of the stage, and they're going to give us a summary of their book. But most important, a summary of the most important part of the book that they really, really loved sharing with us. So that will be very exciting, because the book will be coming from the horse's mouth. They will tell us how exciting it was for them to write the book, but also the fact that they're sharing this book to so many women and so many men as well, and to the youth as well. They would love to hear what other people think about the book, but most important, they will summarize it so quickly for you so that you know exactly what you're expecting. So on the day, then we are going to launch the book. We are hoping there will be women there who are going to give us some beautiful urination. So this is where, different countries have their way of urination when we are launching this book. But most important, the authors will be there to sign their book. So when you buy a book, it will be signed. The book, after the launch, we'll be able to buy it from Amazon. We'll be able to buy it as a Kindle, as an audio. So I'm very happy for my any deaf or blind person out there. They'll be able to listen to the stories. So that is how diverse this book is going to be. And also it will be sold on the website, and also Joy will probably have copies that she can just send them directly to you, post the book to you. So yes, so it will be an exciting evening, a very exciting evening. So we're going to give a good enough time for all the authors to talk about the book. And also we're going to give a time to our Dr. Vivian Thomas, the owner of the book cover, to tell us a little bit about her artwork. So yes, so we look forward to that. And that is what the launch will be. It will be an exciting moment, not just for the founders, but to every member of African Women in Europe and to all those that have been following us for the past 10 years. So we look forward to the day.
Yeah, and something that we really forgot, and it's very important, who are the writers of the book, as she has gone through some of the people. We have the youth as well. So it's just not only the women, even the youth have a lot to say. I was shocked they really have a lot to say because they also face almost the same challenge, whether you're an adult or not. When you come to Europe, it's different cultures, and you can learn quite a lot from the youth. So this is a book for almost everyone. I mean, we call a family book because the age is not limited. Anybody can read it. Some topics could be a little bit too heavy for very young people, under 18 probably, but it's a book everybody can read and relate to because it's an easy read. Even the way it's written, it's big letters and the writing format is quite easy and read. And we have our photos. You can identify of us as well. And the papers are very easy to. And a very small book. It's not those books that you really have to carry with you. It's a really small, tiny book. So that's why I'm thinking, like, if you finish that book, you'll be asking, when is the next book? Because you need to order them, please. And if you buy the book and you really think somebody else can be useful of the book, please share the book. Give them as gifts to people. So this information, this book, probably you're going to be seeing it in the universities as well. And some of the writers, actually, something that I forgot to mention, one of the writers is a Youth AWE organization to write her project. And she did a very good job. And from that, she gave us one part of the story on the book. So, and you can read her publications about the AWE African women in Europe, how it was done. So it's really a book that you can already listen to and hear a lesson to it at any time. And an easy to read book. I can't even explain anymore. I'm lacking words because it's
I think you're talking about the one of the writers. Her book, she actually used African Women Europe as an organization for her dissertation. And I thought that was just amazing because she's a doctor and she researches in transnational feminism. So she had a platform and she had all these women to speak to about Europe and just about feminism. So her dissertation, she had flying colors. She actually launched it in South Africa. So we are so privileged that someone has actually written a book, her dissertation, about African women in Europe as part of the organization, but just the journey. And of course, Joy, don't forget this book also has a founder and the co-founder in it. So people will be reading your story. So people will know more about you. They probably just see Joy AWE and they have no idea who Joy AWE is. So now they will get the opportunity to read your story, to really read your journey, and up to where you are for you to have started the foundation. So, sorry, for you to have started African Women in Europe. So, and then they will read about my story. Some of it might be shocking to some people. Some of it might be, wow, that is so Wambui. So it depends. It depends on what you pick up on the book. But I like doing the things that I do, giving and with a lot of energy. So you will read some of it there. And very exciting, very exciting.
And as I said, we didn't want to put any butter on the book saying something that is not true. So we really put
real
out there. So it's the way it is. We have even used real time, real names, actual, everything is actual. So it is sort of like I would say in the magazine, because magazine you always have written, but we have put it in a book, like short stories. But these are not stories which are not true, it's a real true. So this is very true. My story is also there. You get to know me much more if you have not heard about me or know me more deeper. And probably in the next chapters, I'll be having more empowerment. But as I said, it's not only about our stories. It's what can you learn from that as a person? Because some of these issues that happen to us should not be repeated again. We should move to the next level. Yeah, let's not repeat mistakes that everybody else went through there because they didn't share. The person keep repeating them when other people repeat them generation to generation. We need to move to the next level, and that's the idea of the sharing of our stories. It's not because we really want to get it to put our stories out there. No, because we want them to help somebody else. Everybody has something. We all go through different states in our life and situations, and things come and life goes on. But we still have these stories that we need to tell people to know that they exist and to be aware. How do you deal with it? Do you get stuck? Do you move on? And that's what it is about the AWE book. The AWE book will be launched on 30th of June. And Amsterdam people, if you're there, Let me see who is listening from Amsterdam. I can see from France. Thank you so much, Connie Kenneth from France is listening. From UK, I can see hello. Say hi. Say something. Those listeners, tell us where you're from so that we can acknowledge you as well. And I can see somebody from Angela. Say hi. Tell us if you can hear us. If you have a question, write it down. We can go through it together. And few comments you'll be sending around. I can see Angel Kigakilwe is there. Thank you so much for writing. Well done, ladies, she mentioned. And we have absolutely what lady called Kari Kiboi. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Joy. Always a pleasure to watch you. And this is something we appreciate your comments and what you and all the information that you send us. So give us a shout. Let us know where you're coming from. So as I was saying, we'll be having I'll be launching in Amsterdam. So members from Amsterdam, you're very lucky. You have the book, the first people to buy, and you can come and take as many copies as you want. And some of you are asking, how do I get this copy? Oh yeah, there we are. Somebody from Amsterdam have showed up. Thank you so much, Becca. Becca is a very good gentleman from Amsterdam. Thank you. From Netherlands, sorry, who mentioned about, she said, Netherlands is ready, waiting for you guys. Oh, thanks so much. We did an interview, and thank you so much. He's doing a very great work there, marketing and networking African people through their platform with music and entertainment and actually comedian. Very, very great group. So thank you. Let them know we are here and we would like to have them joining us. I think I've lost Wambui again. She would at the moment, and let's see what happens if she will be able to join us. Yes, thank you so much for letting me know you're there, Netherlands people. So we are looking forward to meet you there. And some of you are asking, how can you get the book? How can you get yourself the copy? So some of you who are not aware about the event, it's on 30th of June. So if you want to come to the event, you're going to get a copy. Thank you so much. Somebody saying they're calling from Germany. Thank you, Susie. I like that. Let us know where you're listening us from. And let's see, we catch up back with Wambui. She's back again. Thank you for everybody who's there. So the people if you're coming to the event, you'll be the first person to get the book. Hi, Wambui. We had lost you.
Sorry about that.
Yes, you're back. So how you can get the book, you come to the event. That's the first, quickest, and fastest way of getting the book live and signed. As you have heard from Wambui, our authors will be there signing the book. Take the pleasure, and you can also buy your copies as much as you want. We have a lot of copies on the day, and they will be sold already from the morning all the way from workshop. And this is a topic I would like to mention to you what the program is about on 30th of June. We have workshops in the morning, starting from 10 all the way to 4. And all these workshops are different type of workshops for you. We have empowerment workshop, networking workshop, startup business. How do you move on from one step to another one? Those people who are already working with circle group or group meetings to move from one group to another one. We also have lady coming all the way from UK talking about European law and how you can, as a business person, how can you integrate in their business. All these people I have introduced, I've already had interviews with them. And we also have a youth program. Youth programs are very important. To bring your youth with you. This is very important to bring your youth. They're going to talk about how it is life here in Europe and Africa. How do you mix it? And how it's not only for the youth, the topic is also great for parents, because some of us have also young people. We need to know how to integrate them in the society. How can we help our children to move to the next level, and what opportunities are there? Some of us are still having held back with our cultures, and how we can incorporate all of that good. So we'll hear from the youth. So that's the first program we will have in the morning. And it starts all the way from 10, very early in the morning. We have coffees and tea and some bites. We have a lunch break, and you can get yourself something to grab in the hotel. We're meeting at NH School of Airport Hotel in Amsterdam, very close to the airport. You can get your shuttle from there. From everybody who's living in Amsterdam, you can really get a shuttle for free from the airport to the Hotel. It seems the airport hotel is a central location where all of the connections are there. So you can get a train from there and come to the event for free. And then sorry, I missed something?
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I think the good thing about African Women in Europe events is that we always try and make them be very close to the airport so people don't get lost. So this one is in a very central place. But I was just about to say that, then you said it. So yeah, so I just needed to say that anybody who wants to travel to Europe to come to the event, please don't worry that you're going to get lost. It's going to be, there'll be the airport, the hotels that we normally go to for our events, we normally would have organized a pickup, but it's important that for anybody who is staying in the hotel to let the hotel know what time they'll be arriving, so that the hotel can make arrangements to collect you from the airport. But also the train is just straightforward. It will take you directly to where the hotel is, to where the hotel is. So it's one of the joys that we've had with the African Women in Europe events, and the many who keep coming back is because they know how flexible it is. And then you've got the Friday where you're going to be meeting those who are arriving on Friday. They will have the opportunity to actually network with the women who are arriving on Friday. They can go and have a meal together if they want. And then on Saturday, you've already made friendship. So you already know the people that are in the event. And on Sunday, for anyone who is leaving the place late, they will be able to go touring in Amsterdam. And this is actually such a good time for us to all join together and go touring as African women in Europe, and our men and our youth. So it is always a good time. So it's not just a workshop, it is not just the book launch, but there's also a bit of fun in touring Europe.
Yes,
And
definitely.
it's amazing the friendship, the networking that you form for those
Yeah.
who will be there on Friday and for those who will be there on Sunday. So
Yeah.
friendship has been built, and we know of so many who have made friends.
Yes, actually, we have a special people who are preparing the program for Friday and Sunday. If you'd like to take the trips, they'll be sharing us what they have for you on the event page. We'll have the Facebook Live there, we're talking about that. So you have an idea what to expect and what to see. So actually, when people come to our event, you should not feel lonely when you're coming alone. Join us, write to us. Our members are always friendly, ready to network. You can even start that in advance. If we have the event, already published here on Facebook. Some of you can join the event page, and where you can see who is coming, get to know them, contact us ourselves. Who do you know who is coming from where, and we can link you up if there is need be. So nobody should be left out. So for those people who are coming from Amsterdam, you also have a free parking at the hotel. This is very clear. Just say you are coming to African Women in Europe event, and you'll be given a free parking there, as well as the shuttle, as I mentioned. And the best part we've offered as well, we've separated the ticket. You have a 50 euro event ticket for the first part of the evening. So that's only the workshops. We want you to get the information. We want you to understand, to also be there and be a part of the society, and also know who we are as well. So take advantage of the first part. If you really don't want to be involved, we need to have also the whole package. For some people, maybe they have activities to do in the evening or whatever. So, but take advantage of the offer, especially for the Amsterdam people. And we also have extended that to the students. We know that area, we have a lot of students. On the day, the workshop will offer you for 20 euro. Come on the day and with your student pass, and you'll be able to be given access to come to the workshop. And there you can get yourself the book, and there's quite a lot of going on. So all the tickets are there, as I put on the website there, as you can see, www.africanwomenineurope.eu. That's where you get all the information, and all our tickets are on the Eventbrite. That's where you get the contacts. So we were talking about the AWE book. You all know now we are launching an AWE book very soon, and it will be there not only on the 30th of June. Wambui, tell us, where else can we get this AWE book? I've told them it will be there on the 30th of June because I want you to come and be there to sign it. So where else can they get the AWE book?
Oh, they'll be getting it from Amazon. They'll be getting it from I will have a few books, so anyone in UK that wants to buy the book, I will have the books with me. We are going to have a Kindle as well, but also we are going to have the book on the website as well, African Women in Europe. That will take you to the link where you can buy the book directly from African Women in Europe. But we are going to have, we'll print a number of copies. So anybody who wants a copy on the day, signed by the authors, I think it would be the best thing to get it on the day. Now, I think, Joy, we should also have another launch in other parts of Europe for that
Oh
book.
yes, oh yes.
Because the book is not just a book to know about somebody's life. The book has got a lot of lessons learned. The book has got a lot of how to go about your life after challenges in your life. So there's a lot of lessons, there's a lot of well-being, there's a lot of so much that you can take in. So it's almost like an educational book as well. That all these things that bad things that happen to some of these women, or even good things that happen to some of these authors, the lessons that they learned, and how to go about some of these challenges. So we need to launch that book in UK. I'm hoping to launch that book in UK.
Of course, of
We'll
course.
launch that. We launch that book in all the European countries we visited, in France, in Germany, definitely in Germany. That is where you are. So I'm
Yes,
expecting you
yes,
to be launching it in
definitely.
Germany.
Definitely,
We
definitely.
need to
That's
go and launch that book, even in our own continent of Africa. I think we really need people to know the women who come to live in Europe, how it is.
and that's why I'm happy we also have audio as well, not because you don't if you can access the hard copy, you can also get it on Kindle. So
Yeah,
anyone in Africa can access this book and can read it and can listen to it. So
they will
that's
be inspired.
and actually, we might have to translate it as also to other languages, not
Mm-hmm.
only in English. We also have it in German and in French, so
Yeah,
that we reach the community that we really want people to understand the book. So, as I said, it's one step as another one. The more you buy, the more we are able to sell the book more. It's all about how much we can get this book out, and with your support by buying the book, we will be very, very able to even reach the higher levels as well as launch more books so that when we
yeah.
go to sell the book, people have a choice of information and they can buy as well. Because it's all your story given to us. And what are we doing? We are just making sure that it's passed on one place. So this book will always be there on our events, definitely. Whenever to come to the coming up events, anywhere we are, we always be having our books. And so this is something that I'm so proud also that now that finally we have our book on the table with us. And this is a joy for also for our people who have been, we are not only the only ones, but we also have other people working behind us to
Yes,
see
yeah.
that we have also achieved quite a lot. Not only empowering people out there, also bringing people together to actually support the ideas that we offer them to support the community at large, and they're willing to do that. This is an achievement. So, Wambui, we have already passed the 30 minutes.
Yes, there's a lot
So,
to talk.
yes, there's a lot. We have more programs coming up. And give us the last part. I think we've covered most of the topics. We've told you where to get the book now. You know what it is in the book. You
Yeah.
know who are the writers. And I'm telling you that book, you should get a copy. That's my side. So, Omboy, give us your last points. And I want to acknowledge you before you go. I want to acknowledge some people who are joining us now. Thank you so much. I can see Damaris Chege has joined us. Simbo Brosone, sorry for pronouncing it wrong, but thank you for joining us. I can see Celia has joined us where she's saying, well done, ladies. That's very, thank you so much. I can hear somebody else watching from Germany. Thank you for joining us. And all of you, we appreciate your comments and where you're somebody else talking. Yes, that was mentioned before from France, and we are very grateful that you're here listening to us. Share this information with outside there. Share this video. We want to reach out to more people outside there to know what is the hour. If you really want to us to bring the book to your event and mention it, call us. Wambui is ready to do that in UK. I'm ready to do that in Germany. And I'm sure they'll have members in Switzerland who are ready to represent us there. We are women going all over the world, and we are happy that our people can really be able to be there to support us. So Wambui, go ahead. Tell us your last points and give us our encouragement. Why people should come to our event. Why should they buy the book? Anyway.
Oh, they need to come to the event because it will be a motivational day. full of workshops. I mean, to be honest, the speakers that we're bringing, they're powerful. They're coming to talk to us about how to do business in Africa, how to do business here. We've got the circles, we've got all these powerful entrepreneurs that are coming to talk to us. They're giving their time to come and talk to us. So the workshop will be a very motivational, inspiring time for everyone who attends the event. And for sure, meeting other women in Europe, meeting other men who live in Europe, working very hard, just like the African women in Europe, and just connecting with them. You have no idea what you're going to get out of this event. And then just reading women's and people's stories, their life, their journeys. I'm just going to read something here that I think it's just to summarize what it means to following your dream. And this is what I say. Life is but a dream that you have to find your own purpose and make it a reality, because it's like a passing wind. So live for the moment and enjoy it while fulfilling your purpose here on earth. You come to the event, your dreams can be fulfilled on that night, on that day, either on the Friday, because you're going to meet someone who is very special that just opens up your dreams again and makes them real. Or on Saturday, when you watch so many women and men talking and networking. On the Sunday, when you're touring Amsterdam. So we all have a purpose here on earth, and we need to follow it through. And you can do it when you're on the right platform. And I think African women in Europe will give them just the platform that they need. That is what I would like to give back. So thank you, Joy,
Thank
for this show. It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed myself. And I just
you.
hope that many will watch it and hear the story about your work and about what is coming up on the 30th of June.
Yes. And thank you for mentioning that we are not only inviting women, there are also men. We have our men. Without our women, we will not be where we are now. So we all support our men, and we also have been welcoming women in the event. Thank you for that topic and that statement you just left there. And I hope our listener really take it serious. You have to be in the right platform of people to be able to move from the next step. If you are hanging around with the wrong groups, there is nowhere you're going to go. And AWE has offered you this platform where you meet different kind of women to help you to move to the next level. It doesn't have to be in business, also in life, in encouragement. You might be depressed. You have so many people dying in Europe because they don't have anyone to talk to. But here you have a platform. You have been given women. You don't need to meet in person. Even knowing you can call someone to say, hello, how are you? Can trying to do this. It's already an encouragement, because Europe is huge. We cannot be in the right places, and most of the time you find yourself in a very lonely areas. It doesn't mean you should just give up. There's internet. Take advantage of this open platform that is there for you. Now, this is the opportunity. Just not only that you come to the event, we also run our event throughout. These topics I'm talking about this week and last week, it's just about the event. But this goes on beyond the event. So you log into our website, which is www.africanwomenineurope. And once you join the website, you should be a member. It's for free. Give us information who you are. Let us know where you are from. Find out the groups that we have in the website. And from there, networking start within our members. Our members run the groups. So make sure you put a discussion, talk about engage yourself, if you have questions, and also our member will be there to answer you, just like the same way Facebook does. Although we are very active on Facebook, we are also very active on our website. So take your time, join the website, and let us know what you do. It's very important that we know what you do. We always encourage people to put their photos, and we keep you updated of what is happening and what is coming up. So I think we've covered the most important thing. And this is a Sunday. We want to let you relax. And I want you to enjoy your evening. And we'll be hearing from us tomorrow again with another topic or about the event. And after that, we'll be waiting to hear from you. If you have any questions, write to us. Our website, our email is www.africanwomenineurope. That's where you can find us. And feel free to connect with us. We are there to network with you as much as we want to know about you. We always say you have to make the move. We offer you the information, but we cannot really chase people. And everybody have you really make the step. First, move yourself and actually empower yourself and get yourself to move to next level. Whatever in life, nothing is there that it will come to you if you don't make the move. Otherwise, it will be a really hard. It's not. It will never impact you properly. Okay. So we let people, our members who want to come to us and contact us, and we are ready to listen to you and give you understanding for it. So thank you, Wambui, for joining me. Let me release you to run home. I know you have so many activities to do today, still. Power Woman. Looking forward to the event in June. And thank you, all our listeners who are there. Thank you, Betty.
Thank you.
Boykanya, I can see you've written again. Thank you very much, ladies. God bless you more. And thank you for everyone who is listening us, who have joined us. Please share all our stories for today. We are so happy that you are there. You make us who we are. We wouldn't be here without you. So good evening.
Good evening.
God bless you. And thank you, Wambui, for joining.
Thank you.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.